If you want to find out why I'm wearing this vest, stick around and watch EFL TV for Ferntree, Gully, Holden and HSV, your local community dealer. All right, let's find out what's happening in the footy news world with Lauren Wood from the EFL media team. G'day, Loz.
Great to be back, Half.
Always a pleasure. Now, the EFL has struck up some wonderful relationships and partnerships with businesses and clubs over the journey, but the Zade's organisation, the relationship with that's a beauty.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've managed to focus on quite a few partnerships here on EFL TV throughout the year, but Zade certainly is one that we'd love to showcase this week. So you might have seen these floating around on AFL players and a few local players throughout the year. So they're the rainbow shoelaces that Zade's used to I guess, showcase themselves on the football field. So it is, it's not necessarily a charity, it's more about raising awareness about organ donation, getting people talking about it, that sort of thing. So we're looking to launch that into EFL clubs this year. Good. Focusing firstly on your old team Ball and taking on Noble Park on Queen's birthday weekend. So we all know that is the showcase match of the round that weekend. Everyone else gets a nice week off. So they'll be wearing rainbow laces there. All the clubs have received information packs about Zade's Foundation. So we're hoping all the clubs will jump on board and take it up the following weekend. Good idea. They do wonderful work, Zade's, as you say, for awareness for organ donation. And a lot of players and local level and AFL level as well support it for a long, long time. So well done to everyone involved there, and well done to the EFL for getting involved with Zade's organisation. Now, the Sports Cover Defib program, talk to me about that. Yeah, we've got 27 clubs on board already, so you might have seen the automatic electronic devices, as they're called, hanging up in club rooms around EFL land. So thanks to Sports Cover, EFL has struck up a really nice partnership there that entitles EFL senior clubs to buy a defib for $1,600. So that's a significant discount, and that's through a company called Defib for Life. So they'll come into your club, train everyone up, look after all the service side of things. So in recent years, we have recognised that the presence of a defibrillator is certainly important particularly in sporting clubs, not necessarily for the guys that are out on the field, but I mean, given the size of the crowds and I guess the age demographic of mostly men that are watching football, it's certainly important to have them out there. So any club that might not have jumped on board yet can contact the EFL. Who do we contact at the EFL, or just ring the office and see how we go? The wonderful Peter Luddick will look after you. So, yeah, just contact Pete at the office. Terrific, Pete. You're a great man. Give Pete a call. He loves taking them all day long. Now, the coverage this weekend, where do we head off to? Where's the Caravan of Courage going? Heading out, the Caravan of Courage, that's for sure. But heading out to Park Orchard this weekend, with Park Orchards taking on Forest Hill at Domini. So good. I don't know what it was like out in Ammo's land last weekend, but it's cold. It was cold, and it was a little bit wet where I was out at Donvale. So it certainly makes for some pretty tight contests and makes it all about the contested footy. So it'll be certainly a great one at Domini. And that's 98.1 Radio East, and of course video streaming on the web as well. That's right. The pre-match kicks off from 1 o'clock on 98.1, as you said, and also on the EFL website. So the new video streaming's gone off with an absolute bang and getting plenty of hits. So if you're not too keen on venturing out in the cold, you can watch it live from the comfort of your own home. Video has become a massive part of the EFL website. There's us, obviously massive news we are. The Friday preview's gone video, and of course the live streaming, so it's a massive part. That's right. Sean Kelly moving up to the coast has put an end to, I guess, the massive essay that was the Friday preview, so you can catch that one at lunchtime on a Friday. Beauty. Lauren, great to see you again. We'll see you soon. See you next week. Lauren Wood, all the news from the EFL.
Barker on the tap down, Shepherd around the corner, high up and over.
Don't tell me!
What a goal! What a goal by Matty Shepherd. Made something out of nothing.
With our special guests on EFL TV, we had Jordan Bannister last week, who was fantastic. This week we've got Kelly Davis from the Yarra Valley Water program. She's the manager there, and she's doing great things in the EFL. Kelly, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now, explain to me why I'm wearing this very sexy vest.
Well, the colour really suits you, first of all.
Thank you. Good answer.
Yarra Valley Water has recently begun a sponsorship with the EFL under Be Smart Choose Tap, which is a fantastic initiative. It's designed to try and educate the community on the benefits of drinking tap water over other beverages for health, environment, and also for your hip pocket.
Yeah, well, that's true. The hip pocket factor is a massive one these days. But, I mean, do people not drink tap water? I wouldn't know. What's the research telling me?
Well, the research is telling us that Melburnians tend to drink bottled water out of convenience. So we've started some initiatives to try and make water more accessible for our customers as well. Water refill stations throughout our community.
Seen a few of them.
Currently installing, which is fantastic. And also Melburnians should be proud of drinking our tap water because it's some of the best quality in the world. So at least we don't live in Adelaide. And
how bad's that?
Pretty
and
bad.
Perth's horrendous as well.
Yes, so we
no,
should
you're
feel
right, it is great water.
very lucky to have the water that we do.
Very good point. Now, why are you working with the EFL?
We're working with the EFL because we feel that this partnership can help us to educate the community on the benefits of tap water, and tap water is essential for health and you need it to play sport effectively. It can help increase levels of concentration, which you need on the field, and it helps heart and kidney function as well.
That's a great thing. Now, clubs, I've got the bib on here. This, the water boys and girls and carriers will be wearing these now.
Correct. They should be out in clubs right about now, and they will wear them out onto the ground to hand out the water to the players on the field.
Is it an easy sell? Is it really? Should it be an easy sell that we just go to the tap and get our water?
It should be, but I guess we need to educate people that tap water is the best choice. I guess for your hip pocket as well.
Yep.
Tap water can be up to 1,500 times cheaper than buying bottled water. So
how many times?
1,500 times cheaper.
That's a lot cheaper, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's a lot cheaper.
And it's about double the price of a litre of petrol if you compare it.
Is that right?
Yes, correct.
I love when people like this come in, they give us all the info. That's great.
I can keep going if you want.
Can we get these water bottles as well for our footy clubs?
Yep, these water bottles are an initiative that we're just about to launch them tonight actually.
Great.
At the WEFL function. So clubs can buy these bottles, there's 10 for $90.
Yep.
And we will throw in the carrier for free. The carrier is valued at $45. So
why wouldn't you?
Why
wouldn't you out there in Clubland? Get involved. And we're going to give away one of these, are we?
We sure are. Choose Tap has actually just launched a Facebook page, and as part of the launch of that Facebook page, we are offering the first 1,000 likes on our page to get one of these really nice drink bottles, which you'll be able to use on the show in the future as well.
So all I have to do is go to facebook.com/choosetap and like that page, which we all do with all our things on Facebook, and I get one of these if I'm in the first 1,000.
It's as easy as that.
Where do I sign? I'll tell you where you sign, facebook.com/choosetap. Now, Sammy Mitchell's the ambassador. I spoke to him during the week on a half time.
Yep, Sam Mitchell, is a fantastic ambassador for Choose Tap. We actually had him out today launching a water refill station at Kooyong Park.
Yep.
And he endorses drinking tap water. He drinks between 3 to 4 litres a day typically, and he says that that's all he gives his kids, water and milk.
Makes sense to me. If
Sure
it
does.
works for Sammy Mitchell, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for everyone out there in EFL. And Kelly, thanks for being a part of the show. Good luck with the program. We'll chat soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Kelly Davis from Yarra Valley Water.
Kick one today, high kick by Hardiman. Drifts across the face of goal, massive pack, camped under it. Murray. It's just showing little glimpses of what he's capable of today, Alan Murray. Little handball to Kenner. Kenner's kick around the corner. Great captain's goal by Stevie Kenner.
Thought I'd keep the sub vest on while we talk footy with Ben Waterworth, the manager of the EFL media team. Benny, welcome.
Hello, Half. Almost camouflaging today, so it's...
That was one of the reasons I wore it.
It's very kind of you.
The do.
I mean, did you notice I had the haircut as well?
I did. Not as quite as fluffy as last
Not
week.
quite, no. hopefully it's a good result for our EFL TV viewers out there.
Give it a couple of weeks, it'll be fluff central here on EFL TV.
That's
now, let's get our teeth into Divi 1 game of the round, Blackburn v Noble Park, and the back-to-back reigning champs. 2 in a row they've dropped.
Yeah, back-to-back reigning champs, back-to-back losses as well, and that's the first time that's happened since 2010. 2 Noble Park losses in a row. That's almost as rare as a male getting an A+ for textiles in high school, I would have thought, Half. It's that rare, so it's a huge opportunity for Blackburn this weekend. They started the season slowly, but they had a fantastic win against Croydon last weekend. 78 points was the margin. 11 individual goal scorers as well, so they were sharing the load around as well. But surely the Bulls bounce back here, Half. Surely. They haven't lost 3 games in a row since 2001, so I'm going with the third time lucky kind of theory here. Surely the Bulls will bounce back, and no 3 losses in a row for the Bulls.
Okay, it's an important game for the Bulls just to get back on track. Pretty even Divi 1 comp so far, which is good for footy. Divi 2, we look at Doncaster taking on Mulgrave. Now, Doncaster Divi 3 premiers last year, Mulgrave Divi 1 wooden spooners. Is there anything so far in the year to give you a form line on how this might pan out?
Not really. Both have struggled towards the bottom end of Division 2 so far. They kind of meet in the middle in Division 2, of course. Mulgrave, though, this is a must-win game for them, no doubt. They're zipping 4 after 4 rounds. Having said that, they've really impressed against Roeville and Upper Ferntree Gully, who are 2 of the top teams in Division 2 this year. Having said that, though, Doncaster, they've got 1 win to their name so far, and they were able to get, as I said, a victory over the Waverley Blues, and go up against Rowville as well, and we're quite competitive there. Look, I just think the difference between these two sides, not only is the home ground, the smaller confines of Shrams Reserve, but there's a guy called Steve Muller down at Doncaster at the moment who's got 13 goals from the first 4 weeks of footy, and he only played one quarter of one of those games as well. So he might be the difference, along with Chris Anarkis running through that midfield, who's a star in Division 2. Doncaster for mine.
To continue the misery for Mulgrave in Divi 2 this year, that's no good for them. Hopefully they can bounce back. Divi 3 this week, Wanturna South v Heathmont. What happened to the Jets last week? We pumped them up.
We did. Big
Fell
time.
to bits.
They did. And you know what, Half? Guess what? Mr. Sheen, goalless. No goals. Lack some serious polish, you would have thought, Half. So a big reality check for the Jets and for Mr. Sheen last weekend. They come up against the Wanturna South side, though, Half, that have bounced back. They had 2 losses at the start of the year, two wins over the past fortnight. So they're up and about, mainly thanks to Michael Jamison up forward and Anthony Papa, who's a good young player, led a Young Gun nomination over the past couple of weeks. Look, I'm going to give the Jets one last chance. I think we'll find out a lot about them this weekend to see if they can bounce back after such a poor loss. They're only 1 goal won at 3/4 time, so that's not what you want from a team that is such an attacking force. So I think the Jets will bounce back, even though this game is at Walker Reserve.
Give them a pump up. They just let us down. We might just keep our mouths shut from here on in. Good luck to both teams in that game. Divi 4 this week, we've got Sylvan taking on the might of Nunawading. Now, not quite as mighty as they once maybe were or want to be, but Sylvan just tracking up the ladder nicely.
Yeah, the Cats are purring nicely at the moment, Half. They're just sneaking their way up the division. They're just clawing their way up the Division 4 ladder. They currently sit in 3rd spot behind the Basin and South Belgrave. A great result for a team that was sort of down towards the bottom of Division 4 last year, so they like to try and keep that going. The most impressive thing about their win against Forest Hill last weekend, Noash Froud, they were able to win the game without him, and of course he's a big recruit down from Vermont. For Nunawading, they look like they've taken another step up. Of course, not as mighty as what they once were, but they look like they've taken a step up from 2011, mainly thanks to the form of Sam McCallum up forward, second leading goal kicker in Division 4. But I think Sylvan, if they're going to prove that they're ready to take that next step and go into finals in 2012, they'll win very easily against Nunawading on the weekend. So hopefully, for the Cats, for their sake, they'll be able to get a very good victory.
Okay, Cats there in Divi 4. When are you going to talk about my Super Surrey Park Panthers?
They're on their way.
About them?
They had their closest loss in quite some time in 50, 60 odd games last weekend against Park Orchard. So they're on the up. A win, we think, on the media team is probably going to happen this year.
And I will be there for that. I'm very, very proud to be a part of their club, and we're going to go all right, the Super Surrey Park
We
Panthers.
might even get President Rod Bunkle on EFL TV when the Panthers win.
Go Panthers, go Panthers. We'll be following you with great interest in EFL TV. Now, Radio Eastern, match of the round 98.1, we're heading off to
Park Orchards, Domini Reserve for the big Divi 4 clash, Park Orchards v Forest Hill. Park Orchards very, very excited. Media manager Pete McCauley of Park Orchards is all over this one.
Check it out, streaming on the web to efl.org.au. And the new Friday preview, which is in video format, which is fantastic. Well done on that.
Thank you.
We better let you go and do that because it takes a long time to get ready. We'll see you next week.
See you next week, Half.
Benny Waterworth, the main man of the EFL media team. Hope you have a great weekend in EFL land. We'll see you next week.